everybody. It is Friday, and that means that it is time for Getting Real Estate in Vegas on the Vegas Video Network. I am your host, Bridget Magnus, and I'd like to thank those of you who are watching on the Vegas Video Network, those who are watching via iTunes, and those of you who are watching on YouTube, not to say nothing of those people who are going to be tuning in this evening between 6 and 10 on KSHP AM 1400. So if you've got any questions, problems, or suggestions, you go ahead and email those on into gettingreal@vegasvideonetwork.com. Or if you prefer to be more verbal, go ahead and call our toll-free listener hotline at 866-966-4599. All right, we're going to talk about real estate with a Vegas twist. And, you know, don't forget, you got to send us those questions if you want them answered. We're going to get started today with the Friday figures. All right, we've got pretty good figures for you today. Not a lot of change from last week, but there you go. This data is from our local MLS system as of this morning. We've got 14,407 available homes. The houses have a median price of $135,000. The condos and townhomes have a median price of $61,000. Of that total, 3,413 are bank-owned properties with a median price of $100,000. We do also have 6,309 that are short sale properties with a median price of $110,000. There are 4,700 non-distressed properties available, and the median price on those is $180,000. In the last 30 days, we've sold 4,061 properties. The median sales price was $109,000, the median list price $110,000, so not a big difference. Contingent, we've got 13,714 that are getting ready to close just as soon as they can get all that paperwork done. In addition, 4,250 rentals with a median price of $1,100 a month and 2,380 new leases with a median price of $1,125. Now let's get on to some real estate news today. In June, we did have slightly fewer sales nationwide. That, of course, isn't true locally. The biggest reason is that there were fewer first-time buyers in June. There is a new study out this week that says that those bad old banks are still doing their robo-signing thing, so the foreclosure fraud problem is not going away, and there's still plenty of room for that to play out. Local unemployment steady at 13.8%. Now today I've got what is probably the last in our series of median priced homes. I'll still keep an eye open for one in Anthem and Mountain's Edge and places like that, but I don't really expect to see anything. So if you've got a suggestion of what you want to see next, go ahead and send it in and let's get working on this. But this home is on the east side. If it were much further east, it would be sitting on the mountain. And let's have a picture of it. There we go. It's cute. It was built in 2000. It's got 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and 2,380 square feet. So let's take a look inside, please. All right. I love to start with the front door. Good natural light from those big picture windows, high ceilings. Those, the trim up at the ceiling is a really nice touch. And we've got built-in cabinetry, big old fireplace, ceiling fans with the light kits, and big old kitchen with a huge countertop area. We are missing a refrigerator, but picky, picky, picky. Not much of a backyard, but hey, it's a backyard. It's yours. Now, we're going to go on and take a look back here at a laundry room. Pretty standard laundry room, and we've got a question.
Yeah, it's actually for me. If you were the one who was representing that house,
yes,
would you have suggested that they paint that kitchen a different color than orange?
Well, yes, I would have suggested that if the budget could stand it, this would be a good time to paint a more neutral color. I understand that not every seller has the means to go ahead and do that, and I think that is what has happened in this case. In fact, the listing actually says it needs paint. It does. So let's get back to that bathroom. I know everybody loves bathrooms, right? And here's our downstairs bedroom office space. Little linen closet here as well. It's always nice to have a downstairs bedroom, you know, in case you have a guest, keep them, you know, away from everybody else. We're going to go up the stairs, which is never really an exciting time. I did love the dangly bits there in front of that bathroom. That's really wild. And speaking of paint, here's the green bedroom with this gorgeous foresty swamp scene. And can't see a whole lot out the front window. I'm sorry about that. I thought maybe there was a view of something, but I was wrong. We do have some shelving units in that closet. Wait till you see this next bedroom. Excuse me, the loft space here. We've got that rich brown, and we've got a lovely sunset. Isn't that gorgeous? And here we've got a clouds bedroom. We do have ceiling fans, I think, in all of the bedrooms, so that is a nice touch. Big old closet for a secondary bedroom. And now we are going to head off towards this gorgeous bathroom here, which likewise has an interesting assortment of paint. It's not to everybody's taste, but there you have it. And now off to the back bedrooms with the flowers. Isn't that cute? Yeah, obviously they had girls. I don't know what to tell you.
I think they might have been slightly blind as well as they were painting this
yes, there it is. There's Sunrise Mountain. There it is. Yes, you actually have a mountain view in this home. And like you say, that's not far off. That's just a couple miles from this location. So let's go on. I believe we have one more bedroom to take a look at. Did I take a look in this closet? Yes, we've got a linen closet up at the top of the stairs, and goodness knows I can't resist a closet. I got to open them all. Even Mom and Dad liked bright colors. I tell you what. We've got a big old walk-in closet. We've got lots of natural light, and this big bathroom with the big soaking tub and the window to look out while you're taking your bath, big shower, and of course your toilet area. And I tried to do something really clever here at the end, and then I realized that I only have 2 hands, not 3. I thought I would lay it out on the mountain here, and then I realized I can't actually push the button on my camera and do that at the same time. So there you go. I tried to be all arty, and I'm sorry. I'm not Fellini here. So then that does kind of conclude our tour. Remember, send in your suggestions for what you want to see next so that we can talk about putting that together. In a few minutes, we're going to be back with real advice, but stay tuned for this little station break.
No pressure. Hi, I'm Dennis Silvers from, can't think of the name of my damn show, Golf and Other 4-Letter Words, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network, I think.
All right, today we are going to be talking about what I'm pretty sure is everybody's favorite word in the whole English language. That word is free. I am going to talk about things that are free from me and many other realtors. So this is something, go ahead, ask your realtor, can you get me this, can you get me that, and I bet you'll get a good answer. The first thing that I would like to suggest that you can get if you are a buyer, you can get a buyer's guide. This is an old edition. I've got new ones that are much prettier and available in a PDF format, so we don't have to kill any trees to do that. Inside, you'll find information on the home buying process, information on working with realtors and mortgage professionals, checklists, timelines, information on closing costs, home inspections, home warranties, and a whole lot more. What if you're not buying a home? What if you're selling a home? Well, guess what? There's a seller's guide too. It does have a bunch of similar information, how to work with realtors, timelines, checklists. It does have information on how to get your home prepared for sale, safety tips, because there will be strangers coming into your home to look at it as you have it up for sale. contingencies, mortgage payoffs, and a lot more. Again, this is an old edition. I've got a newer, slicker version available in hard copy or PDF format. And like I said before, I'm all for saving the trees.
Does that come from the broker, or is that from, I mean, who makes that?
These are actually available courtesy of my title company. They are more than happy to send these to me and even print them up with my contact information picture on the front of them, because what they would very much like me to do is encourage my clients to use that title company when they actually have a transaction coming up. Now, unfortunately, just because of the nature of my particular business, I don't often get to choose the title company, but I try when I can to send business to people who are supportive of my business as well. Now, this next one is a relocation guide. This one is courtesy of my brokerage. Just so you know up front, this is made by my bosses. They're, of course, specialized for what area you're dealing with. If you're relocating to Southern California, you won't have the Southern Nevada relocation guide, I should hope. That wouldn't make much sense, would it? This little guy is going to have information on climate, culture, recreation, golf, vehicle registration, utilities, schools, all that good stuff. Now, I do have one that I don't have a printout of, and that is that I can get you a list of all the HUD homes available in Clark County. For those of you who missed that episode, those are homes that had FHA mortgages that were foreclosed upon, and they are now owned by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. The whole list right now is 40 pages long, so you will forgive me, please, for not having printed that out and brought it in to show you today. But it is available in PDF format. It's a quick matter of sending you an email, and that can be on your computer. Read it at your leisure, read it in your underwear, just don't tell me about it, I don't care. So then, another thing that I can get you is information on recent sales. And I could send you a little spreadsheet that looks like this that can tell you about sales in every zip code in the valley. It can tell you how many sales there were, what they sold for, what the square footage was, what the price was, how many of them were bank-owned properties, how the price compares from a year ago. There is frankly more data on this than most people can process. So maybe you don't like that format. Maybe you'd rather see it in a handy map format. I can do that for you too. It's just a simple matter. Again, these are materials that are prepared by the title companies, and what makes that even better than what I could put together from the MLS is that it includes data that was never in the MLS. For example, for sale by owner properties and properties that were sold on the courthouse steps. That sort of property is going to be included in these statistics that I just can't get that data without these nice people from the title companies. Now, I can also get you some very specific neighborhood information. Say you want to know what's available in my subdivision, what's sold recently in my subdivision, how much is that house down the street? Those are questions I can answer very quickly for you. And in fact, when I am going to be working in a neighborhood, say knocking on doors or having an open house or even just going on a listing presentation, I will often bring with me a report that basically says, this is every house that's available with their square footage, how big they are, whether they've got pools, all of that good stuff. Here is what recently sold. Here's all the information that you need to know about what's going on in your neighborhood so that you can make an informed decision. And the last thing I am going to suggest as a free item is something that I personally am doing in a PDF format only, so please don't ask me to send you a hard copy right now. What I offer is monthly newsletters. Just quickie little informative things about what's going on, and I can easily get you signed up, or you can sign up for yourself, and you don't even have to talk to me if you don't like me, but that would make me very sad. And that is a brief list of some of the free stuff that I can do for you. Now then, just a quick reminder, go ahead, send your questions, problems, and suggestions, but don't forget we have a special guest next week. So be thinking of some terrific questions for Sales Manager Carlos Caipa of Prudential Americana Group. Now, just as a friendly reminder, that email is gettingreal@vegasvideonetwork.com. If you prefer the telephone, that's 866-966-4599. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to watch all the other terrific shows on the Vegas Video Network like Talk Tales and Top of the Food Chain. And drive safely. Have a terrific weekend. Yeah.